It's not a medical instrument.
This part looks like an antenna.
But it's receiving information.
Or sending.
What?
Am I crazy? Or is this a tracking device?
But it's receiving information.
Or sending.
What?
Am I crazy? Or is this a tracking device? What do you know about this?
Nothing. What is it?
The piece of metal that almost killed your wife.
What? It was supposed to be completely safe.
Yeah, not when you put it inside a magnet 50,000 times more powerful than the Earth's magnetic field. We're lucky it didn't rupture a major organ. Just one of the safety hazards when you implant metal in someone without their consent.
I asked the surgeon to put in the...
Sending.
What?
Am I crazy? Or is this a tracking device? What do you know about this?
Nothing. What is it?
The piece of metal that almost killed your wife.
What? It was supposed to be completely safe.
Yeah, not when you put it inside a magnet 50,000 times more powerful than the Earth's magnetic field. We're lucky it didn't rupture a major organ. Just one of the safety hazards when you implant metal in someone without their consent.
I asked the surgeon to put in the GPS, but he said she'd be fine. He said she'd never find out.
Well, sure, otherwise putting a GPS in your wife's implant would just seem crazy.
You must understand. Haven't you ever done anything foolish for a woman?
Shalom, Yasharala, all praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the legmen feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, in sincerity and truth of this great gospel that is coming out of our Bible and that is warning us and telling us not to take this thing called the RFID chip, the radio frequency identification device, which is what the mark of the beast, the mark of the beast. And this is what this devil's going to use to show that he controls the earth, that he's in power, true rulership. And right when he thinks he's going to fill his belly, that's when the Lord's going to take him down, right? Because this RFID chip system is for what? Control, tracking, right? He's going to show you that he is a God. He's trying to be like God. That's what he's trying to do. Just like you seen in that movie scene, my man, he was tracking his woman, she ain't even known him. And that you see how dangerous that fucking chip is, because in the film, she went to go get an MRI. And that shit almost ripped right through her fucking body. Right, the judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and he put it on his woman to track her. Right, anybody who received this mark, they asses is what? Toast. Right, the Lord said, shit, you're gonna have sores, you're gonna receive of that fire, right? This ain't for the elect of Israel. This is for these fucking heathens, man, these Edomites. That's why they promote it like it's so cool. This is the future. This is technology, man. You mean this is what we're doing now, man. It says Sweden sees microchip implants evolution, right? It starts with who? These damn devils. These devils. Why? Because that is their technology. That is their technology. This is the book of 2 Corinthians 2, verse 11. It reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And trust me, once he done put a chip in your body, trust me, he has gotten an advantage over you. Now you're under his rulership. He could cut you off from society, right? He know where you at all time. He could track you down, right? He could lock you in your house. Right, you got certain dumbass Edomites, they done turn their whole house into an electronic, digital type place. Their car, it could be locked and you're trapped in your car, trapped in your house. Cut the fuck off from society, right? They got their water hooked up to the RFID chip, the refrigerator, television, phones, right? These people ain't too bright. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Yeah, that's a lazy devil. The devil done got so lazy, he want machines to do everything for him, right? He no longer wants you jakes to do nothing for him, so he's thinking these technology, machines, robots, people with chips, right? Let me get this. It says, what if you could open your front door or unlock your car just by raising your hand? Wow. Some bullshit, right? It says, never having to trouble yourself with your COVID pass or remembering where you've put your wallet. What about sending your linked, whatever that is, profile or dancing monkey gif to a phone just by holding it? Wow. And what about turning on a coffee machine by pointing to it? Oh my goodness. This is not the future anymore. It says wannabe cyborgs, right? Because that's what they want to be, right? This is the book of Jeremiah 10:2. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen." Learn not the way of the heathen. You see, the heathen is with this biotechnology shit, right? Cyborg spirit. This devil been watching all these sci-fi movies and he thinking this shit is cool, not knowing what this is really the setup of the Lord pushing this RFID chip through the power of these devils, right? It tells you this right here. Let me get to this. It says the first ever human to receive an RFID micro implant was British scientist Kevin Warwick. War was in their heart, right? Known by the moniker Captain Cyborg in 1998. The experiment allowed a computer to monitor Warwick as he moved through halls and offices of the Department of Cybernetics at the University of Reading, using unique identifying signals emitted by the implanted chip. He could operate doors, lights, heaters, and other computers without lifting a finger. Approximately 2 decades later, the technology has been made commercially available, and thousands of people decided to implant an RFID chip. For example, groups of people have been meeting at implant parties, often organized by larger companies, to hook themselves up. It's especially popular in Sweden, where more than 4,000 individuals can take pride in opening doors with only lifting their hands. So why is the rush, and why should you consider implanting one? No, we ain't considering implanting the motherfucking thing. Let's go to the book of Revelation 14:9. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in their forehead or in his hand." Right? I'm read that again. "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image." Right? This beast system Esau is setting up. Right? This one world order, one God. Right? He's going to try to get rid of the Bible. Right? It's all going to be about politics, democracy, and you see in the movies, it's all about the federation, the country. Right? He's going to make himself like he's a god, right? The Lord's about to put an end to his game. Right? It's playtime is over for these devils. That's why they're rushing to do these things. They shutting down these businesses, shutting down these cities, bringing in more migrants. So what a collapse could happen. It says, "The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High." Right? I'm going to read that again. "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast or his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High." That's why it talks about with a wave of a hand, or just thinking about it. You got the Neuralink, right? Brain chips, right? Making people walk again, they could see again. Certain things, it's these miracles these devils gonna push to make this thing popular. They're gonna use the celebrities and make it look cool, right? And a lot of people are gonna have parties, especially you black motherfuckers. Y'all gonna once you see a lot of niggas doing it, that's when you know the end is nigh, right? It says, "The same shall drink of the wine." It says, "And receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture in the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb." Yeah, you're going to eat a fucking missile, right? You're going to taste that fire for taking a fucking chip. It's the book of Revelation 13:16. "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Right? That RFID chip. That's what it's going to be a time, right? Where they're going to make it look cool at first. People going to want to get in there. After, it's going to be forced upon people. People have to, it's going to be like if you didn't take that jab from when they had that shutdown. If you want to continue to work at your job, you're going to have to be implemented with one of these bio devices, right? If you want to continue to deal with this society, you want to continue to take public transportation, you want to continue to fly, right? Airplane, right? People love going on vacations. Yeah, you want to be able to maneuver. Even hotels. Certain hotels, you ain't going to be able to do a goddamn thing on the society unless you have this chip. And that's when we come in, we say, fuck the chip. We already depend on the Lord right now. We ain't thinking about the society. We already came out from among her. We came out and we're separated from this society. We deal in this society because we live here, but we're not into her ways, right? The Babylonian ways, that beast way, right? The way of a fucking savage, right? These people ain't got no how can we say, no morals, right? The spirit of love has vanished. It's a spirit of me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. And this RFID chip they're going to use to get a lot of you people. Prideful people. Prideful people. I'm going to read this. It says New World Order, UN Agenda from 21 to 2030. It says missions and goals. Let's see what's on here. It says one world government, one world cashless currency, right? That's why they crippling the dollar, right? It says one world central bank, one world military, the end of national sovereignty, the end of all privately owned property. Talking about, I own these houses over here. You don't own a motherfucking thing. You just rent from the government. Right? It says the end of family unit. Yeah, they already destroying it. You see they pushing that LGBTism, right? They want the children over their parents. Say your son come home and he say he wanna change his body part to something else, and you try to go against it. You might get your child will be taken away from you. You might go to prison for being against it. Right? It says depopulation, control of population, growth in population density. And that's how they treat the minds of these people, not to men to deal with women, right? They know what the fuck they doing. It says mandatory multiple, you already know that word jizzle, that jab, universal basic income, right? Austerity. It says, here's what we're looking for. Microchipped society for purchasing, travel, tracking, and controlling. I'm gonna read it again. Microchipped society for purchasing, travel, tracking, and controlling. 2 Corinthians again 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, right? He wants to control you. He wants to track you. He wants to rule over you. And that's what he's going to do once you take this RFID chip. And then after that, what? The Lord's going to kill you. Plain and simple. Shalom.